Second bedroom, private office, or maybe just the doghouse for whenever the spouse is upset with you. What's going on, guys? I'm Andrew with Camper Kingdom in Meridian, Mississippi, and today we're going to be viewing this 2025 Forest River Sandpiper, model number 4003 MB. If you're new here, I'd welcome you to the channel, and let's get started. So we are going to start on the inside, but I like to go over a few of the numbers with you just to give you an idea on how big this thing is. So coming at you, 42 feet, 9 inches long. Dry weight as it currently sits without any of your stuff inside of it, it's going to be 13,108 pounds. I recommend towing it with at least a 1 ton or possibly larger. I honestly don't think, because of the length of this thing, that it's safe to put behind a 3/4 ton at all. Model number 4003 MB. Of course, the MB does stand for mid-bunk, but you can get creative with these things and kind of create your own little environment. Maybe a second bedroom, private office, or again, maybe just a doghouse for whenever you and the spouse are needing some time apart. But this model is going to have 4 total slides. I know I'm not saying my spouse and I are arguing. She's actually going to Boston. She will be leaving for about a week. I hope she's having an amazing time with her family. But 4 total slides, a really nice living room. It gives you the feeling of more of a rear living fifth wheel, you know, as the way the living room is arranged. Of course, this over here will be a sleeper sofa. Plenty of cabinetry on board. Let's take a better look at our kitchen, then we'll look at our living room, and then we'll make our way around the RV. Everchill fridge. This is right at 16.1 cubic feet. Of course, there's also a 200-watt solar panel found on the roof of the RV, which keeps this 12-volt fridge running while you're in transit. Also, that 12-volt panel is going to keep that battery nice and charged, which just about everything inside the coach nowadays does in fact work off the 12-volt system. This is something that I'm not liking. Y'all notice that? That's as far as you can open the door. So that's not good in my opinion. Solid surface countertops found throughout the kitchen of the RV, and I like the fact that they've done this like waterfall island. The accent lights are also very, very nice. The new colors for the 25 model are called Highland. I'm liking these a lot compared to the previous colors in the 2023, 24 models as well. So coming back around, we're going to look at the oven now. That's a Furrion oven. You got 3 burners on the top. You got the separate down on the bottom, a few adjustable shelves, larger grates for sure. Microwave on board is a Furrion brand. This is not going to be a convection. I do apologize. I have not opened everything up yet. I'm getting ready to take some photos, so if you'd like to view more additional photos of the coach, there's a link to our website found in the video description. Soft close latches on everything. And I always like to point out some of the carpentry on the cabinets. These are just stapled together. Soft close latches though. This is your kitchen island. Single basin sink. You got the drying rack, residential style faucet. Let's give you your view if you're watching TV. So from the top to the bottom, that's a 50-inch Connex TV, JBL audio system. So a lot of Bluetooth required throughout the coach. You have JBL speakers in the ceiling. You're going to have JBL speakers outside, but they are all controlled by Bluetooth. This is going to be the electric fireplace. You can leave the heat off, just use the lights to assist your guests with moving around the coach if you decide to do so. And check this out. You have a huge hidden pantry as well. So there is definitely plenty of storage space on board for all of your stuff. You got the nice shelving on the back side of the actual TV, which is nice. Sometimes you don't see that. Most of the times they'll only put the shelving inside, but Sandpiper actually puts it on the back of the door as well. And this is closed and held together by magnets, plus the additional lock here, so that's good for transportation. But we need to turn the heat off. It is a very hot Mississippi day here. So the main body of the coach, from here to here, not including your slides, is 96 inches wide. Your slide box height right over here is closer to 6'4". Those are going to be, I do believe, manual recliners. Yes. So carpet-free RV, by the way. Most of the brands have done a great job with removing all the carpet from the coach and bringing this More of a woven type material, which does a great job of keeping all the sand down if you're having allergy problems. Legless table, it's just mounted to the back wall. You got the 110 outlet over there, plus a wireless charger and a USB charger up on the tabletop. Windows on board, let's talk breeze windows. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Your larger windows are just like a picture window. And all the windows are gonna be trimmed out with black roller shades, which is kind of cool. You know, a few years ago, the black roller shades were typically only found on higher luxury brand models, but they seem to be a pretty much standard thing now on most of the coaches you see. Also, you got the ceiling fan. I love the decor. So that little door right over there is going to be leading into your mid-bunk or private office. They've done things a little different. You've got a lot of ceiling height this year. Look at that. That is close. I wish the door was honestly on the side. I'm more of a side entry kind of guy. I like it over there. And I think they should have done something different with the wall. I feel like they could have done some shelving or something here. What do you guys think? Well, let's go ahead and make our way in. So mid-bunk, private office, second bedroom. You are able to utilize this room for whatever you see. You got the latch that holds it up right over here. And of course the sofa always open up to about the size of a full-size bed. But look at the ceiling. This is what's done different. A lot of brands don't want to admit it, but when it comes to ventilation, if you have a loft or something over the room, getting that airflow down and around sometimes can be a little bit of a challenge. Sorry about that, I had a phone call, but a lot of manufacturers don't want to admit that getting the airflow from that above loft space and down into the lower room sometimes can be a challenge, but by removing that part of the loft bed and just give you direct access to the room below is certainly going to give you a lot more ventilation in here. I like the desk feeling. There is a couple other chairs for here, but of course you can leave a very huge TV if you decide. You got a couple of pullouts in the dresser. And again, stapled, not dovetailed. And this is your closet. And I can already feel the friction hinge on it as well. I like the mid-bunk room. It's kind of convenient having it right here, but I don't like the door. Again, 300-pound load capacity on the top bunk. Let's see if we can get this lowered, and that's a spring action latch there. You've got a smaller twin mattress on the top. A lot of my customers that I've sold this to in the past have completely removed the top bunk because it's a little bit on the smaller side. But if you do happen to have someone sleeping here, get yourself one of those round pool noodles. Place it right here so it kind of gives you a little lip, so if smaller children are up here, they don't actually roll off. I'll try to maybe overlay another video showing exactly what that sleeper sofa looks like in the open position as well. Let me show you what's on the top now. So typically you'd have a huge loft bed with about a queen size bed up here, but by removing the ceiling, it gives you this very, very tiny loft area. Sometimes I like the idea, but there is another brand on the market that does a little different. They've removed this entire wall, creating just one open cavity right there, and I feel like that's probably the best way to do this. I passed this by. All of your controls are down here for your slide operation, your holding tank monitoring station, your fans, everything is here, plus your heated holding tank switch. Cool little place to hang some very short jackets if you decide to do so. And that's the controls for your tankless water heater. Temperatures, I do believe, of upwards of 190 degrees. Let's go ahead and look at the bedroom. King size bed, very nice. Look at the room. You're maybe 3 feet of room. A decent amount of changing room on the left as well. And I like what Sandpiper has done with the shelf. They kind of gave it to you at an angle at the foot of the bed so you don't really roll over and maybe hit your head. See here how it's just kind of at an angle. You've got 110 USB and USB-C, so there's several different options for you to charge your phone. More light switches, of course, black roller shades all the way throughout the RV. Washer and dryer connections found in the walk-in closet in the front. There's your TV connections with your dresser. Let's get this opened. So you can in fact have a stackable washer and dryer if you decide to go that route, or maybe just more closet space. Check that out. Wi-Fi range extender, some built-in shelves, and of course under the bed, more additional storage as well. Could probably put a nice little seat right here, I feel like, too. Also, if you have a CPAP machine, there's a good place for a shelf right over here. 110 outlets as well, and two 15K air conditioners found on board. Very large window. That's an emergency exit window too. I could probably fit through this with no problem. Let's look at our bathroom. Very, very nice. One-piece fiberglass shower, plenty of headroom, no medicine cabinet up here by the bathroom sink. You got the thermofoil countertops, plastic sink, plastic faucet, prime pooping position. I think Matt would appreciate that. Definitely the bathroom here is very, very nice, very large. Porcelain foot flush toilet also. Plenty of storage, soft close latches as well. You got the teak seat with a very huge shelf in here also. Plenty of headroom. So with my shoes on, I'm about 6'3", almost 6'3.5". And as you can tell, maybe a ½ inch over my head still. The shower dimensions, I'll be sure to list them in the video. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm going to guess probably 1, 2, 3.5 feet long by at least 2.5 feet wide. Plenty of headroom, as you saw. Let's take a look at our sale price. So at date and time of making this video, MSRP, and maybe you can pause the video and read this right there. MSRP is $93,088.55. And of course, to view more additional photos and as well as our price, there's always a link in the video description, so be sure to swing over there and take a look at that as well. If you don't want to see anything on the outside of Coach, do me a huge favor. Leave me a couple of comments down below, or even a thumb up. Those thumbs up definitely help me out as far as getting this video shown to all the different YouTubers out there. So just about the entire campsite of the RV is found underneath an awning. This one, of course, being the larger of the two. LED lights found underneath all the awnings as well. Outdoor Everchill refrigerator. I think you can definitely use this space maybe for a smaller griddle if you had one to store one in there. Plenty of room. The Coach is not on a drop frame construction. If you had a drop frame, you'd have a lot more storage room, but this place is a great place to set a TV on the outside. Keeps it out of the element if you have to quickly shut the door. TV connections are here. All of the floor is wrapped in thermofoil. Your floor joists are very, very beefy. If I could give you an idea on size, 1, 2, 3.5 by 1, 2, and a few inches there. Battery disconnect switch. You got the two larger 30-pound propane bottles located on one side. Baggage door is only a ½ inch thick, but the compartment here, you've got about a 1 inch thick baggage door. And this one's only going to be a ½ inch thick, but slam latches all the way throughout the Coach. Lipper component steps. These do have the hydraulic assist. So if you have back problems and you don't want to bend over to pick up things, this is certainly nice to have. Very, very easy to operate. And the door's on a friction hinge. Prevents it from like swinging. That took everything I had just to swing that as hard as I could, but in the event of high winds, it keeps your door from slamming. That second awning with your huge picture windows. Right over here, you notice the LP quick disconnect. There is a grill on board, so you can set the grill here and the connections are right over here, but you're kind of out of the way. Honestly, I feel like setting a table up over here would have been a better place for it. LED lights found on the back of the RV. You've got the 2-inch receiver for pulling an additional trailer. I don't recommend it behind a fifth wheel. I think it's a little bit dangerous. You get rather long when you start attaching things. That's the blindside camera prep. That's the bracket for the ladder. As you can see here, it is in fact ready to tow. Rack and pinion slides, 50-amp power cord connections on the back, and it's going to have about a 30-foot power cord. This is your rim and tire. Goodyear tires. You do not have an upgraded suspension system. Sewer connections on board, you've got just one right over here, so that's nice. You're not having to fumble between multiple locations or have multiple hoses. This is the exhaust for the furnace, exhaust for the tankless water heater, the additional pass-through compartment, which has the auto leveling system and the charge controller for the solar panel on the roof. Big thick package door. Water management area, so water lines come up to the floor connecting to city water or black tank flush, your inline filter plus some additional pull handles. So what do you guys think? Private office, second bedroom, or doghouse? Which one would it be for you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Continue to like and subscribe.